Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. A deal is a deal, right? When you come across deals, especially me, I like to share them with you. I was at my local Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone, one of the two, and they had these wheel cleaners that change color when you spray them on. It's a foaming wheel cleaner. This is from Chemical Guys. Now there are strong opinions against Chemical Guys, and they also have a ton of fans. So no matter what your opinion is, again, a deal is a deal. They have them on the end of the aisle now for $7, under $7. That is a great price for a wheel cleaner if it works. I don't know if I've had this on the channel. This is the Incite Foaming Color Changing Wheel Cleaner. I don't remember it, so in any case, I thought I would show you how it works, and if it works, this deal is available. I don't know if AutoZone or the other parts suppliers are discontinuing this, or if Chemical Guys is discontinuing it. Neither here or there, again, a deal is a deal, and these are available for crazy cheap right now. Let's take a look and see if it works to start with. The wheels of this old minivan were only cleaned once when I picked it up, and they are starting to get bad again, as you can see there. So ferrous metals, brake dust, dirt, you name it. This cleaner should change color. If it's reacting with the ferrous metal, I'm not sure how or what works within the formula, but this again is the Chemical Guys Incite Foaming Color Changing Wheel Cleaner. This is a pH neutral cleaner, guys. So you don't want to, I'm not going to expect it to clean a wheel that hasn't been cleaned in 5, 10, 15 years. This is probably something you would use for a maintenance cleaning on a wheel that's already protected. Something where pH neutral, doesn't need anything crazy aggressive. So the color changing formula foam is an innovative thick foaming cleaner. We'll see about that. Lets you watch as the formula changes color as it breaks down dirt. So you would think maybe it changes, should go on blue, maybe turns magenta or the usual color as it breaks down ferrous metal. Directions: always ensure the wheel brake system's cool. Rinse the wheel first. Spray Incite foamer onto the wheel, let it sit for 15 seconds, agitate with a wheel brush, rinse thoroughly, and then dry. Let's give it a try. Now, they had a sticker on it, $7.75, but it was at the end of an aisle in a bin that was under $7. Okay, so I'm going to leave my usual wheel cleaners in the bucket. I do have a bucket right here with all my wheel tools. This is how clean the wheel can get. So let's spray. Well, we got to do what the directions say first. We need to rinse the wheel. Rinsed. You can still see the clean spot, so it didn't rinse the dirt away. And now we spray the foam and completely cover the wheel. I'm going to cover it with thick. So it goes on blue. What's the change? Let's see the change here. It's going from blue, it's going to go from blue to white, I guess. So we wait for the color change. It says 15 seconds. It doesn't have an odor to it. It says 15 seconds. I'm just going to wait until the blue turns to white, and then I'll agitate it. What I didn't see was what a normal wheel cleaner that can go after ferrous metals can do, and that's turn that bleeding red magenta color. And I sprayed a wheel on the other side here with a cleaner that has that capability, and you could see what it would look like. So does this wheel cleaner have those type of capabilities for ferrous metals? We'll find out. But first, it's time to grab a wheel brush and agitate. It wants you to do that, and we'll do that. will get in and around the lug nuts. And then the rest of the wheel. Now we rinse thoroughly. And then it says to dry thoroughly. All right. So looking at the wheel, yeah, it did get the superficial dirt off of there. There's some of the yellowing from the baked on ferrous metals. This wheel was bad to begin with. To be fair, what I want to do now is spray it with the same cleaner that I sprayed over on the other side where there was a reaction and it turned the wheel magenta, looked like it was bleeding, you know, the chemical reaction with the ferrous metals. So let me do that now. It's going to be with a wheel cleaner and ferrous metal remover that I'm going to have showcased in one of the next videos. So we'll let that sit there. If this turns magenta anywhere, then we know that this cleaner does not have the power to do that, and all it's meant to do is very light surface, superficial cleaning, maintenance-wise, for already protected wheels. And if you're into that, then this is one that's available for under $7. I think we can already see that it is turning that reddish color already. So there are going to be limitations with this wheel cleaner if you are into it. Nothing wrong with that. There's, you know, cleaners for already protected wheels that aren't aggressive. They're needed. We just needed to know what level this was on. I'll let this soak in a little bit, hit it with a wheel brush, rinse it, and we'll go from there. Wheel brush, wheel brush. Let's do this again. Much, much better, a brighter wheel. The wheel shot, the finish is shot on it too, but it really got in there and gave it a deep clean. So for a protected wheel, and you just want something to maintain it and something that's not aggressive, that would break down your wheel cleaner, something like that on Tier 1 and Tier 2 is going to be a product. I'm going to have that flipped around so you don't see it. That'll be in one of the next videos. So stay tuned if you want to see what that is. This is a dual action, multi-purpose cleaner for wheels and ferrous metal on the surface of your vehicles as well. So it says easily remove brake dust and road grime. Sure, if it's superficial, very light, and not baked into the wheel, it can do that. Instant foaming that sticks hard and rinses clean, and your rims are shining and like new. Well, that's if they're protected, if they're already protected and in good shape to begin with. All right, there you go, good friends. For whatever reason, this is out at the end of the aisle, discontinued. I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but if you're looking for a cleaner that's not aggressive and can maintain wheels that are already protected, this would be a steal for now, however long it lasts, if you're into that. I'll put a link down below as to where I found mine. One of the auto parts stores, you can find it locally. Just walk in and take a look. This has been Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning, and we'll catch you in the next video.